In the vast emptiness of interstellar space, where the stars are but distant whispers, Voyager 1 drifts alone, a relic of human ambition launched in 1977. This compact spacecraft, no larger than a small car, has journeyed nearly 15 billion miles, piercing the heliopause, the invisible boundary where our sun's influence fades into the cold, dark void between stars. For decades, it's been humanity's silent sentinel, beaming back data from the edge of the known, a testament to our curiosity and ingenuity. But now, something extraordinary has happened. Voyager 1, in its lonely voyage, has stumbled upon something that defies explanation, something that could rewrite our understanding of the cosmos. This is not just a story of a spacecraft. It's a tale of the unknown, a mystery that has left scientists stunned and the world on the edge of its seat. So, buckle up, hit that like button, and let's dive into the cosmic enigma that Voyager 1 has uncovered. Picture this: a tiny probe, drifting through the interstellar medium, its instruments humming faintly, powered by a dwindling nuclear heart. Voyager 1 was designed to explore the outer planets Jupiter, Saturn, and beyond, but its mission extended far past those gas giants. It became the first human-made object to cross into interstellar space, a realm where the rules of physics feel alien, where the solar wind gives way to the subtle currents of the galaxy itself. For years, its data was predictable: steady magnetic fields, faint plasma waves, the quiet hum of the universe. But then, something changed. Deep in the void, Voyager's sensors picked up a signal that wasn't supposed to be there. It was a noise, not a glitch, not cosmic static. It was something deliberate, something that made the scientists back on Earth sit up and question everything they thought they knew. The anomaly began with a flicker in the magnetic field data. Normally, interstellar magnetic fields are calm, like a gentle tide lapping across the galaxy. But these readings were different: sharp, jagged, and rhythmic, as if something was pulsing out there in the dark. The fluctuations came at regular intervals, too precise to be random, too complex to be dismissed as natural. Scientists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory scrambled to make sense of it. Could it be radiation, messing with Voyager's aging sensors? Decades in space, bombarded by cosmic rays, could wear down even the hardiest equipment. But when they cross-checked with the spacecraft's redundant systems, the data held firm. This wasn't a malfunction. Something out there was real, and it was close. As the team dug deeper, they found something even more unsettling. The magnetic disturbances weren't just random spikes. They carried patterns, layers of interference that mimicked encoded signals. Not radio waves, not the kind of signals we'd expect from a distant star or pulsar, but distortions embedded in the magnetic field itself, as if something was sculpting the very fabric of space. The object or phenomenon wasn't just sitting there, it was interacting with its surroundings in a deliberate way. It was as if the void itself was speaking, and Voyager 1 had caught it mid-sentence. The implications hit like a shockwave. If this was intentional, if this was designed, then what was out there? A relic? A machine? Or something far stranger? The mystery deepened when Voyager's plasma wave instruments started registering anomalies of their own. Sudden, intense spikes in density, bursts of energy that didn't belong in the sparse interstellar medium. These weren't the faint echoes of cosmic rays or the distant ripples of solar emissions. Voyager had long left those behind. These spikes were localized, powerful, and synchronized with the magnetic fluctuations. It was as if two instruments, designed for entirely different purposes, were picking up parts of the same cosmic symphony. When scientists visualized the data, they saw a pattern that sent chills down their spines, a rhythmic pulse, a beat echoing through both the magnetic and plasma wave readings. The intervals matched perfectly, too perfectly to be chance. Whatever this was, it wasn't just an object. It was a system. Now, let's pause for a moment. Imagine you're a scientist, staring at this data, knowing Voyager 1 is 15 billion miles away, too far for any real-time control. This tiny probe, built with 1970s tech, is telling you something impossible. That there's a presence out there, something with structure, mass, and maybe even purpose. The data suggested this wasn't a cloud of gas or a stray asteroid. It had to be massive. Estimates based on gravitational and field disruptions hinted at something the size of a small moon, yet it behaved like nothing in our textbooks. It wasn't reflecting or refracting cosmic radiation. It was manipulating its environment, bending magnetic fields and plasma waves in ways that screamed intention. And here's the kicker: Voyager couldn't see it. Decades ago, its cameras were powered down to save energy for critical instruments. A decision that made sense then now left researchers grasping at shadows, haunted by the absence of visual proof. But the data kept coming, and it only got stranger. The radio waves Voyager sent back to Earth began to carry odd modulations, distortions that didn't match any known cosmic phenomenon. These weren't random static bursts. They had structure, repeating in harmonic patterns that analysts couldn't ignore. When they ran Fourier transforms and spectral analyses, their jaws dropped. Embedded in the signals were sequences that followed prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and so on. In the language of the universe, prime numbers are a calling card, a universal constant that no natural process would produce by accident. They're the kind of thing you'd use to say, I'm here, and I'm not random. The possibility was staggering. This wasn't just an object. It might be intelligent. The scientific community buzzed with theories. Could this be a probe, ancient and adrift, activated by Voyager's presence? Or was it something more, a sentinel, a watcher, patrolling a sector of the galaxy we'd unknowingly trespassed? The idea that space might not be the empty frontier we imagined, but a place with boundaries, rules, and guardians, sent ripples of unease through the team. For a moment, it seemed like Voyager 1 had tripped a cosmic alarm. The pulses grew stronger, their frequency shifting slightly, almost as if the object was tracking the spacecraft's slow drift. For 72 hours, the signals intensified, each data packet more complex, more deliberate. It was as if the object was studying Voyager, observing its every move, adapting to its trajectory in real time. Then, silence. Abrupt, total, deafening silence. The magnetic fluctuations stopped, the plasma spikes vanished. The strange modulations in the radio waves disappeared. Voyager's instruments, still functional, reported nothing but the expected calm of interstellar space. Whatever it was Gnor. It had chosen to go quiet. The sudden absence was almost more unsettling than the signals themselves. Had the object moved away, shut down, or was it still there, watching but no longer broadcasting? The data offered no answers, only questions that hung heavy in the air. Scientists were left with a storm of information that had ended as suddenly as it began, like a conversation cut off mid-sentence. Theories multiplied in the aftermath. Some argued it was a dormant probe, perhaps millions of years old, stirred to life by Voyager's faint radio signals. Others speculated it was a fragment of an interstellar network, a machine designed to monitor or protect a region of space. The idea of a governed cosmos, where humanity's first steps beyond the solar system had tripped over someone else's territory, was both thrilling and terrifying. If this was artificial, if it was not of human origin, then everything we thought we knew about the universe needed reevaluation. Space wasn't just a frontier. It might be claimed, catalogued, even controlled. The encounter raised deeper questions, ones that went beyond science and into philosophy. What right does humanity have to explore uninvited? Voyager 1, our silent ambassador, carries a golden recorder message of peace, music, and greetings in 55 languages. But what if it had wandered into a place where such gestures were seen as intrusions? The object's brief interaction, its mathematical signals and synchronized pulses, suggested awareness. Had Voyager been noticed, catalogued, judged? The silence that followed could be benign. Recorder logging an encounter for some distant archive, or it could be a warning, a signal to stay away. No one could say for sure, but the possibility lingered. What if this wasn't the first time something out there had seen us? Scientists turned back to Voyager's decades of data, combing through old records for clues. Minor anomalies, once dismissed as noise, now took on new meaning. A faint magnetic hiccup from years ago, a brief plasma spike. At these have been earlier brushes with something similar, too weak to notice until now. The idea that Voyager might have passed other unseen presences, only to finally trigger a response, was chilling. It suggested the galaxy might be far less empty than we'd thought, filled with watchers we couldn't see, speaking in languages we couldn't yet understand.